Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Gamer. Today is the story, kind of the story of me and Curtis's breakup. Okay, why am I laughing? Okay. No, I'm not laughing because of that. I don't know, but yeah, today is the story on that. And if you aren't already, make sure to subscribe. Hit the fish bell, like my episode. I'm gonna roll with as I'm interested. Anyways, but this is going to be a summarized, video on that per se. I say summarized, like I'm not gonna go into detail, all that stuff, So, let's just get into it. So, on November 25th of this year, or was it Tuesday? No, that was the day we actually broke up. Okay, so on the 25th, me and him are just talking and all that stuff, like having a conversation, and I can't remember exactly what went down. No, you're naked. Nope.
I want a pillow from your bed. And that one too.
Here you go.
Thank you.
No problem. Okay. Hang on, BRB. Anyways, back to what I was saying. So, we're having like a normal conversation, and honestly, he asks me, guys, this is gonna sound so weird, but he's like, do you want to see it? And I guess I just misunderstood or something, and I was just like, sure. And if you guys don't know what I mean by it, then I'm not gonna go into detail about that. And like, I opened the snap and it's just not what I wanted to see. And I'm literally crying, telling my sister what he's been doing. Well, what he did. And my mom comes in like 2 or 3 minutes later and like she sees me crying. I'm supposed to be taking out Christmas DIY ornaments, and I'm like, Mom, I need to tell you something, in full on tears. And I told her, and she's like, oh wow. And my dad comes in while I'm hugging my mom, upset. I told him, of course, like, right after that, And, like, a few minutes later, I'm like, well, he's like, maybe you shouldn't talk till Friday. I actually brought it up first because I was really uncomfortable. I didn't know what to think at that time. Yeah, I was like, maybe we shouldn't talk until at least Friday, give us a break. I wasn't the one to want to break up right away. That makes sense? And he was just like, yeah, it might be longer than Friday. And I was just like, okay, just text me first. And like 10 minutes or something after, something like that, maybe 15, he's like, are you gonna tell anybody? I mean, I'm sorry for watching this, but I mean, I did. And I mean, my family had to know. Like, he was a big part of my whole day. My mom would ask me what we're talking about. My mom would ask me, oh, what's Curtis doing? Like, that'd be a little weird if we weren't just talking and they didn't know what happened. I mean, I'm sorry. Like, they had to know at some point. Like, and, like, I opened his message. You can see on Snapchat, if they've opened it, or if nobody read it yet, it just says delivered. So he could tell I opened it. Like, my little person was at the bottom of the thing. And he's like, you're just ignoring me like all the other women in my life. Thanks. I'm like, I'm not ignoring you. I just need space. And he's like, okay. And that's how we ended it for a few hours. And at like 1:30, I was asleep. On the 26th, he was like, I thought about it for a little while, and I think it's best we part ways. Don't make this harder than it needs to be. I forget what else was said after that. And, I checked the message when I get up, which was like 8:30 or something. And I'm like, oh God. Like, I wasn't ready to break up then. And I kind of thought about it a little more myself, and I was just like, maybe there is somebody that can do me better, I mean, one day, eventually, And, I'm trying to think what else happened. And I'm like, I want to actually have a on-the-phone conversation with you, and at, like, that, I sent him that at, like, around 9 o'clock? Because I was just telling my mom what he said, so... Yeah, and also waking up myself. So, and then at 11:03, he's like, okay. And I'm like, hey, do you want to have that on-phone conversation now? I forget what I said after that. Well, after the okay. I think that's what I said, though. I don't remember everything. And he was just like, can we just do it over text? I really can't. I mean, he was in school. He doesn't really get a break like I do. It's stupid, but... I was just like, sure. I mean, I just want to see what he has to say otherwise. So, he was just like, we talked about it, and he just wants to simply make me happier, he says. And he's like, maybe you can definitely find somebody that treats you better and not just a boyfriend that makes you uncomfortable all the time. And I'm like, I was kind of thinking about that too, like, somebody that can treat me better. And, he was just like, exactly, just agreed to that. And I was telling him the truth, like, I honestly cried after what I saw, and he's like, exactly, like, you definitely deserve somebody who treats you better. And, he asked me a couple questions. I'm trying to remember what they were, like, oh, are you sad? And I said a little bit. Like, honestly, while I was sending the last message to him, I was in tears. Well, I mean, one of the last messages to him, I was really upset because he was definitely a big part of my life. Like, I say my life, like, we would talk, like, guys, we would not go 24 hours without talking to each other. Not 24 hours. There was maybe a couple times we did, but get rid of that. That's it, like, we would talk, like, not even 24 hours. Like, we wouldn't even go that long without talking. Like, it was going to be a change for me. I knew it would. It was going to be a change for both of us. He's like, I want to let you go, but I can't. You're just so pretty. Like, I know I messed up, like, and I'm like, yeah, I just didn't know what else to say to that. And he's just like, so this is goodbye then? And I'm just like, yeah. And I said, miss you already. Then I unfriended him. I'm like, every single thing I followed him on. I saw no point in contacting him anymore after what I saw. Like, that's actually what he asked me to oh yeah, that was one of the questions. Did you want to keep in contact? I understand if you don't. And I said, not after what I saw. And he agreed, like, just said, okay, like, I get it and all that. And, yeah, that's really it. I mean, I didn't really know what to say to him otherwise when he was asking me if I'd tell anybody Monday, but, I just didn't want to tell him yes because a lot of different reasons, honestly, but I just kind of, like, I needed space, like, I did need space, like, I'm sorry that my family wasn't, like, mad or, too upset, because, I wasn't really in the wrong, so to speak. I'm sorry, that just sounds so mean. That's why I, like, cringed, but that's really the story. We broke up really fast. Like, it was really abrupt. Like, am I even saying that right? But, Yeah, it was really fast. My mom does tell me we broke up, like, pretty fast. Like, he sent me that snap of the thing, like, I'm trying to do math here, at 7 o'clock or something. Maybe a little later, earlier. I can't remember exactly what time it was. But, and then we broke up at 11:30 or something on November 26th. So it was like, like 15 or 16 hours, you know, after that we broke up. It was a little fast for sure. Like, you know, we just kind of thought it'd be better for us after what happened, and he feels so bad for doing what he did. You know, that's really the whole story. It wasn't like too much, probably not what you guys expected. But hey, I'm not too sad about it. I was definitely more sad the day we broke up, but like as time has just went on, I've just not really cared less. So, yeah, I know my mom just touched my hair. It looks really good. I love it. But yeah, that's the story. Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of a long story, but that's why I didn't go into detail. Like, I kind of just, I told you guys, like, a little bit what happened, if you guys can tell, but just put it in a summary also, like, just to give you a little bit of detail, you know, like, if that makes sense. Like, I told you, it was basically what happened, well, basically what I told you in the community post, just a little longer, because I'm doing a video on it, if that makes sense. You get it, you know, so yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Might be my last vlog of the year, actually. I don't know yet. But thank you guys for hearing me and listening, and thank you guys for being supportive. I've always supported that. Thank you. And yeah, it's gonna take time to find somebody new. I'm not in a huge rush or anything, but honestly, I'm definitely recovering more and more and more. Like, it's not like hit me super, super hard anymore. Like I said, it was the day after we broke up. That was the day that hit me the hardest. But, yeah, you know, that's really it. It was very short relationship. I know, we made it official September 5th. And November 26th. So, that's like, about 80 days or something. It's 2 months, so I mean, you can do the math. But yeah, that's the story. Thank you guys for listening and hearing it. And yeah, if you guys are about to ask, I'm not gonna take down any of the relationship videos that I've done, because I don't know, they're nice to look at and all that stuff. That might be what you guys might be thinking, like, is CJ gonna take these down? No, I don't see any point in doing that, because maybe I could look back on them and think about how happy I was after we made it official, or while dating, you know, like, I don't see any point in taking those other ones down. But yeah, that's for you guys to watch, you know. I don't really have a preference on what I do with them. They can stay up, you know. They're nice to look at. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Yeah, that's it. I love you guys so much. Bye.